So today, lads, we're going to be reacting to what is one of the craziest articles I think I've ever seen, considering the fact that Austin Reaves ended last season exceptionally well and is literally looking like a guarantee to make the All-Star team this year. Should the Lakers sell high on Austin Reaves this season? Obviously, this is a very different question if, and I mean if, LeBron James was 32 years old. LeBron James is going to be 41 years old in like 2 months, possibly retiring at the end of this season. And Luka Doncic, if you trade Austin Reaves, Luka Doncic is by himself next year. Because maybe there is another star that you can get that fits better with Luka Doncic, but I think you need to, Austin Reaves has another year in his deal, you need to make sure of that. So like if Austin Reaves and Luka Doncic don't fit together, like if they don't fit and it's not working out and Austin Reaves is killing it, you can trade him in the offseason. You can absolutely trade him in the offseason. There's no point making the trade now because Austin Reaves' value is not going to go down. People don't forget about this start. So, is Reaves officially too expensive to keep? Reaves holds a $14 million player option for 26. Oh, I didn't realize it was a player option. So he holds a player option. Obviously, like, he's not going to take the player option. Don't bother holding or hope for opt-in extensions either. Lakers will be capped, offering an additional 4 seasons at $93.4 million on top of this option. A total commitment of 5 years and just over $108 million is no longer inside Reaves' ballpark. If he keeps this, one of the 9 other teams projected to have cap space might consider throwing him a max deal. Here's the scenarios could look like based on current projections. 3-year maximum the Lakers, 3-year maximum another team, 4-year maximum the Lakers, 4-year maximum another team, 5-year maximum the Lakers. He's not going to get the 5-year maximum the Lakers. We can be very, very honest here. He's not going to get the 5-year max from the Lakers, but I think maybe they give him the max and they do what the Celtics did with Jaylen Brown. They're like, look, we're going to give him the max, but if we need to, we'll trade him. If we need to, we'll trade him. This year, the Lakers can eventually travel down with a 3 pass they decide to sell high, yada, yada. Potential trade partner number 1, the Dallas Mavericks. Like, what exactly could they get? It says here you would have to have a deal around Derek Lively. And I get it. Luka Doncic likes Derek Lively. But to say that Luka Doncic, like to say that like Daniel Gafford was not doing the exact same thing as Derek Lively was. To say that like Luka Doncic can't just get any athlete and turn him into what Derek Lively was. Like Derek Lively and 2 first rounders is not, unless you think the Dallas Mavericks are going to stink. Like, it says here, to match the contracts, you can get Daniel Gafford, Max Christie. Like, if you can somehow find a way of getting Max Christie, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, and 3 first-round picks. Okay, yeah, you make the trade. Make the trade. See what's happening until the trade deadline, you consider making that trade. But, like, if you make that trade and you're Nico Harrison, like, Nico Harrison is going to get even more fired for that, giving up the future. Trade partner to number 2, the Detroit Pistons. Between Jaden Ivey right knee and Caris LeVert's hamstring. It says here, restricted free agent holds for Ivy and Jalen Duren can improve them. Asar Thompson is almost assuredly off the table in any negotiations. I think to get Austin Reaves, you have to put Asar Thompson in. Detroit can structure something around a combination of Isaiah Stewart, Ron Holland, and first-round picks. Duren could be on the table as well, although the Lakers would have to be smitten with the idea of bankrolling his next deal. Like, that's... If you're going to trade Austin Reaves because you don't have to pay it, because you can't pay him, you're not going to pay Jalen Duren. So, I would say, if you can get Asar, beef stew, and... How many firsts do you need? Maybe, would you need 2, 3 first-round picks? You probably need 3 first-round picks. You know, if it's Asar, you'd probably do it with 2 first-round picks. But honestly, I don't think Ron Holland's that much worth. Like, I think Ron Holland's a really solid player. I think Ron Holland, if you get Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, and 3 firsts, that would be worth. Like, if you're the Lakers, I'd make that trade. I'd make that trade, honestly. The Houston Rockets. But, like, what the hell are you meant to get from Houston? Houston, it says here they can make a run of Reaves. Short of Durant, Thompson, and Şengün, there might not be anyone off table. Jabari Smith could prove to be an exception, just signed an extension. Subject to the poison pill provision that is really makes a trade hunter makes trade harder, not impossible. Oh, does he have a trade kicker? At any rate, Houston's other assets, including Tari Eason, 9 first-round picks, you'd probably have to go and get. Like, you'd probably have to go and get Reed, Tari, and 4 firsts. Like, that's probably what it would cost you. And that's still not the most difficult thing in the world, or the easy thing in the world to argue. I still think that's a crazy haul, but I also think that it's something that I wouldn't really consider doing. Should they capitalize on Austin Reeves' trade value? Unless a prospective suitor forks up an All-NBA player in his prime package for Reeves, Lakers should have let his future ride in the free agency. Shopping him in advance of the trade deadline would be more appealing if he didn't make so little. If you're prioritizing draft picks, it's hard to recoup adequate value for someone earning just 13.9 million. You got to do it with young players, obviously. And when you're hard capped and brushing up against the first apron, obviously exceptions exist. If the Bucks come calling with Reeves' salary and filler, and however many pick swaps Lakers can offer for Giannis Antetokounmpo, then yes, you make a move. I don't. They might, Like, if Giannis is just like, if Giannis wants out, and that's one of the things is like, there is a world where the Lakers are able to get one of these top tier players. There's a world where they're able to get a superstar player to pair with Luka Doncic, because this could be LeBron's last year. And with that being the case, I think you'd have to pull the trigger on that. But nothing's going to happen till January, February. They're not going to make a trade for Austin Reeves early. Like, trading a man going through, like, everyone's saying, oh, it's not the Linsanity run. Look at what he's been doing the last year. Even compared to the last year, it's still a Linsanity type run, where all the players are injured and he's just taking over and leading them to games. Because and by the way, Lin averaged like 25 a game during that run. Austin Reeves averaging like 35 a game. Like, Austin Reeves is much better than Jeremy Lin ever was, and especially was during Linsanity. But the difference is that Austin Reeves is also playing much better now than Jeremy Lin did during his run. So I don't think that the Lakers should trade him yet. If you're gonna trade him, wait till later on. But like, I'm just trying to think of like potential players that they could get realistically. Who the Lakers could get, could be wanting to leave. And there's a lot of guys that are max contract guys that could help the Lakers right now. But realistically, Austin Reeves does maybe put them into the Giannis sweepstakes if Milwaukee are just looking for somebody like that. But if also Milwaukee are going to be looking to tank if they get rid of Giannis. So maybe it ends up being a 3-team deal where somebody sends a bunch of picks to Milwaukee. The Lakers send a couple of young players and some picks to Milwaukee as well, and then another team gets Austin Reeves. But I do see Austin Reeves. I don't think Austin Reeves is going to get a max during the summer. I think this is going to be Tyler Hero 2.0, where teams are just going to be like, well, Austin Reeves is they're going to be reluctant to give him the max. And like, we've seen, like, I know Tyler Hero did get the max from Miami, but like, there was a lot of hesitancy in that, even though he was an all-star. Like, we're seeing it with Cam Thomas. These spark plug scorers, they're just not getting paid what they're worth. And Austin Reeves could end up being a victim of that. But anyway, I'll see you guys.